cross. People see the cross as something terrible. It was terrible. It brings us into a place, Gethsemane, that it declares not my will. They were born to do a divine plan, that which unfolds concerning the people. We cross our hearts and we to do what you do. What do you do? What is your gift and your calling? You can only find that out from God. If we come back, I just wanted to come on today because things are shifting, and it's shifting rather rapidly. And we're beginning to see the operation and the function of the city of God, which is the people of God. So when we talk about the city of God, we're not talking about what Abraham was looking for. We're talking about what Abraham, well, it was what Abraham was looking for, but he was actually looking for us. So just briefly, before we go into the living reality of this, I want to talk about the people, the city of God, functioning in the earth in present truth. So present truth is a living reality for what's happening right now. So whenever you start talking about God in present truth, it's actually talking about the people that God has actually chosen, and he did that before the foundation of the world. And those that he has chosen before the foundation of the world is finding themselves in the right order of God, because now they see that they've been called out into the wilderness to actually be prepared to go into the land. Now, what happens whenever God is calling them out? He called them out to reveal his son in them. So they all know that Jesus has come in their flesh. And when he comes into their flesh, they begin to see and understand there is a vision, and the vision was given by the Lord, and they now begin to understand that God is doing something in them and preparing them to go in when the time is right. Now, we do know that we've been called out. We do know that we're in the wilderness, and that's transition. So the transition is we were chosen, called out for the purpose of being prepared to go in and to become a unified expression of the body of Christ, and we are to express the living God to the earth. So when people really begin to say we want to see Jesus again, we have to understand that God is manifesting that which was types and shadows, but now he's actually doing it in reality. So I have a book called Transitional Reality, and about 4 years ago, I told everybody you're all in transition. It doesn't matter where you are. You're in transition because God is moving you from one dimension of understanding to another. He's breaking you from types and shadows and bringing you into the reality, because once the reality, then he's going to cause us to be united as one by the Spirit, because now we're all going to actually embrace the Father, and the Father is going to embrace us into an expressive Son in the earth, in his image. So now we're being identified as the sons of the living God. So when you see that, you understand we begin to see that we are the Christ in the earth. That which was invisible is now seen and expresses God, and it walks in the expression of the mind of God. This is a new man walking. So it's not only just walking to manifest a voice, it's also that the voice and the visual, they agree with one another. So you do understand now that this new thing that God is doing is on planet Earth. And it's called a united nation, and it's the original intent of God before the foundation of the world, and we're coming into now remembering that we are brethren. It also is a season and a time that we actually is introducing this new science called a pure American science, and it's the science of the 21st century. And it's bioditechnomics. We've talked about it in times past, but now we're getting ready to press into this new day in this new way, and it's life within a perfect environment. Because now we're going to understand in 1 John, it says, in him there is no darkness at all. So we're going to find out that darkness is being swallowed up in the light, and now it's going to be manifested by the tongue of the learned out of the words that are spoken. This is a science that is a ubiquitous science, and it really will work anywhere. So what it said is peaceful production in any place, in us, in the assembly, and also in all of the nations of the world. So what does it relate to? It relates to relating to and affecting, watch this one, it's affecting everyone and everything on planet Earth. This is a new day. So God will have it his way. And what you have to understand is God's way is better than ours. And so now I'm actually reverting back to Kingdom Golf again, because when we see that it is a character evaluation. And in the character evaluation, we're asking one question in the beginning: what's in your bag? And when we talk about your bag, we're talking about what's in your earthen vessels. So now what happens is we're coming into a place that now we're going to see a life science that brings us into a place that it has a purpose. What is the purpose? It's to establish a relational fellowship with the body of Christ worldwide. So that means that everybody that's born again now beginning to understand everybody that's born again is my brother, is my sister. And it's also bringing us into a caring for horizontally and laterally, meaning that I love God, and based off the love of God, I'm full of God and full of love, and I love my neighbor as ourselves. This is a living reality now. It's not just a good saying. So it teaches that we maintain our posture of life, and as I phrased it in times past, it's God and golf. And it produces a good attitude and builds patience and develops character. It's two people relating together, and they understand that the game of golf is a kingdom game that brings us into the expression that now we must walk in this new place, and we must begin to see ourselves that it's a call to worship. So we understand that this is a worshiping lifestyle that we're walking into. It's a worship is a lifestyle in which all are invited. So everybody can come into this new place. It's not just for the Jews, the Gentiles, the bond, the free. It's called for all of them. So worship is doing what you love, enjoying it, and gives you fulfillment and worth. This is the day that you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to see that God has called you and said you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and we do it in a relational way. Golf is a worshiping art that requires skill, meditation, and endurance. So you do have to understand that as you submit to something and you maintain the skill, you maintain the mental attitude, and you endure until you understand how to play the game and use the right clubs. The golf club are as an instrument of praise, because as you strike the ball with the club and hitting it in the right place with the right club, it will go the right distance every time. They all have a number and they have a purpose. Life itself is a time of great fulfillment, and the question is, what's in your bag? Because whatever is in you is what will come out on you, of you. So when it comes out of you, will it come out of you in peaceful? Will it come out in a way that's chaotic? So that's why temperament is which is required in and through the golf game. So what we really come to understand is, I say to you, come on, let us play the game of life. Because you have to understand this new wine is found in the cluster. Just wanted to bring you into this place and let you know that we're getting ready to function in on and embrace the subject of the last trump. And we begin to realize that we are the 42nd generation. And as the PGA Tour, we are on the winning team. We may not all be Tiger Woods, but we are all in this game. So come on into the body. Let's go forward in this new day at the other dimensions after we have come to maturity, spirit, soul, body. Now we're going forward as one. And it is the city of the living God walking as one man on the planet.